Okay, welcome back to my channel, or should I say, no need to pray, it's okay, you're welcome. For this video I'm posting for y'all today. So, we last episode, they just got to the camp. And, Dakota sees all of them. Izuki does walk up to talk to Dakota. He doesn't try to punch her like he tried to punch Deku. No, she basically talks to him and he just walk away. Now let's switch over to a different point of view. Let's switch over to Deku. So what Deku been doing this whole time is he's basically he's been in combat. He's been fighting one of his most natural enemies, Tamatoa, the giant crab. They've been fighting. No, day in, day out. Moana has been watching Maui to make sure he doesn't die. But she knows that he can beat Tamatoa. So they fighting each other. And this is gonna play, a huge part in, this what if. This fight. It's gonna this fight is gonna come up soon. And it's gonna, people gonna see Deku fighting Tamatoa. So after a while, Maui says he's tired of fighting Tamatoa, so he just basically leaves. Him and Moana, they leave. Maui could have defeated Tamatoa and killed him, but he didn't. He didn't really want to at the time. So they just left around with the monsters. Tamatoa was angry that he couldn't defeat Maui. Because Tamatoa has this giant feud with Maui ever since Maui took his leg. So, Maui gets back the way, and Principal Nezu tells Maui and Moana that the students, Aizawa, Vlad, King, and a couple of other pro heroes are in the forest. And they say you should go there and help them teach the kids, and they say, alright. So Maui turns into, a giant falcon and flies him and Moana over there to the forest. Then they land and the students see them. Aizawa asks where they been. They said they had some business to attend to. And Aizawa says, okay. Then Aizawa says, alright, everyone gather up. So everyone gathers up. Aizawa then says, I'm going to be throwing the ball to see how far you've gotten. So he gives the ball to Izuki. Izuki throws the ball. She gets better than what she actually had before, which I don't know exactly what I gave her, but she got, I'm going to say, twice as better. As I said, so that's good. She said one of you guys, progressed further than what you did. And as I says, okay, so what we here to do is, train to get stronger. That means no slacking off. You guys are going to be working day in and day out on your quirks in your body. On your quirks. He don't say body, he says quirks. Because, I don't know why he don't. Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a new what if soon. Well, I have two in mind right now. And one of the what ifs I want y'all to tell me if y'all want me to do. There's two routes I can take this what if. I can take down the light route or the dark route. Choose which one y'all want. And, the way y'all choose it, this is going to change the story that way. It's going to affect how Deku act and he think. So, just get ready for that. So, Deku basically land and everyone, they working their perks, and Deku walks up to Koda. Koda sees this teenager, very muscular, tattoos all over his body with a giant hook with this with his clothes, basically just this thing right here, I forgot what it's called. I just call it a skirt. And Deku talks to him. He says, "Hey, little kid, what's your name?" As Koda's a little bit intimidated by him because he has all them tattoos and plus that giant hook. He says, "Koda." As Deku says, "Koda. That's a good name, kid. So, want to see something cool?" As Koda says, "Sure." As Deku turns into a falcon, a giant falcon. Koda is amazed by this. Deku then puts Koda on his back and flies him in the air. Koda is enjoying this. He's seeing a lot of things in the air. Deku then, displays some more of his transformations. He tells Moana to make some water as he turns into, a shark, a whale, a fish, a lot of things. A deer, which he can't turn into a deer. He turns to a chicken, a lizard, a bug, and, a lot of other things. He turns into a lion, a cheetah, which, Maui can turn to other animals. It's just that he doesn't know of any other animals from, the time that he was around. And, the reindeer, that's just, wait, it was made by Pixar or Disney? I'm pretty sure made by Disney. I think that's just Disney, just putting in, details from other movies that they made. Just because they can and they want to. So, Koda is more, excited from this. And he also sees that Moana has water. Koda says he also has water. As Moana says, "Oh, cool, kid." Yeah, Koda starts using his water quirk, even though he doesn't really want to. He's starting to light up a little bit, from Deku and Moana. And when he's around Moana, he feels peace. Because, Moana, demigod of the sea and peace and animals. So, the trainer can go like can. And Koda doesn't go out and they don't do that stupid, test your courage thing. Then the villains attack, trying to get Bakugo, Izuki, Todoroki, for their quirks. Well, not really Todoroki, but Bakugo and Izuki, because they see that their quirks are pretty strong. Even though Izuki got taken out by Bakugo. So they're here to get them. If they can get additional people, that would be great too. But, doesn't really matter. So Muscular runs out. He runs straight to the Deku. He thinks Deku is strong because he got that giant hook. He thinks that's his quirk. So he tries punching, Deku. It doesn't work. He punched him. Didn't affect him. He was his he used his quirk, but it still doesn't work. Deku then punches Muscular dead in his chest, sending him flying back. Everyone sees how strong Deku is. And then the rest of the villains come out trying to, take everyone down. Toga rushes out trying to stab Deku. She, stabs him, but, she don't pierce his skin. Like I said before, Maui only can get hurt by someone on the level of a demigod or a god. Tamatoa can hurt Maui because he is on the level of a demigod. And, Moana can too. And gods can actually hurt Maui because, like I said, but regular mortals can't hurt, Deku. If One for All were made when Maui was, first born, and it were passed down to the generations, it probably would have been able to, hurt him. That's a huge probably. But we don't know. We don't know the full extent of One for All. Because it hasn't been passed down to enough generations to be as powerful as, some people think it could possibly be. I think that one fall is one of the most broken quirks ever. Because if you pass it down through generation and keep on going forever, it's going to be at the point where someone who gets it can actually become a god. They can destroy the universe potentially. If their quirks keep on evolving over the years and growing powerful. Stockpiling more power. That can prove to be very dangerous for the person that takes the quirk on. Because if the person isn't strong enough to, take the quirk, they could potentially die. And if one fall becomes way too strong for that person's body and, they will die and the quirk will be lost forever. So that's, a downside to one fall. But, there's no sides to it. So, they come rushing out, the villains. Everyone tries to take down Deku. Agnes still try to steal whatever her name was, but it doesn't work. Deku catches her. Deku then, spins his hook and, hits everyone with it. But not the hook part. He hit them with the back, just sending them away. He ain't trying to kill them. Muscular comes back. Deku just basically Muscular use all his quirk this time, punches Deku, but it doesn't work. Deku punches Muscular in the jaw, breaking his jaw and sending Muscular flying. Dabi comes out and starts using this, cremation on Deku. Deku just walks straight through it and kicks Dabi dead in the stomach. Dabi, spits out some saliva and goes flying back. Everyone sees that, this kid's strong. And he don't get affected by anyone's quirk. So they think we have to retreat. But during that time, the Nomu was fighting other students, and Momo had time to slip a tracking device on it, and then they got away. So every villain, got away. So, they back at the hideout. Shigaraki says, "Why are you guys back so fast?" Oh yeah, Mr. Compress did try to, take Daisuke and Bakugo, but he was stopped by Moana using her water to stop the beads. And just basically keep them. And Shigaraki asks them, "Why did you come back so early and why did you capture anyone?" They said that there was someone that was stronger than Muscular. He didn't get affected by Dabi's flames. And Toga said that his skin was impenetrable, that she couldn't stab through it. And Shigaraki thinking he's cheating. He's using cheats. He got that GTA 5 invincibility. He got that 5-minute invincibility. But everyone knows Deku ain't cheating. Well, he isn't. It's me who cheating. Like I said before, every whatever is a whatever that plays God. That's our job. You give us a power. We give that power to someone. And we make that someone as strong as we like. We make that person as weak as we like. We is playing God with his life. We telling you his future. We're telling you his past. We're telling you all about him. And we're manipulating his story to the ways we want to tell it. That's what a whatever does. And that's our job. Playing God with the life of someone that's not really real. So, as the rest of the heroes get there, they see that no one was hurt, and some students were hurt from fighting the Nomu, but not really, that much. Then they take all the students that were hurt to the hospital. They do ask Aizawa, Moana, Deku, the Pussycats, what happened. They explain that they got attacked by villains, and they're right there. Momo then comes up saying that she put a tracking device on the Nomu creature things, and she gives it to Aizawa. Aizawa then finds All Might, give it to him. All Might has a talk with all the heroes, tells them that one of our students put a tracking device on one of their creatures that they have. He then explains that we can use this to find their base and take down all the villains. He then says that there is also a bar where Principal Nezo found all the villains were at. So we're gonna split up. We're gonna attack these two places. As everyone says, all right. So the team that goes to every place go to different ones. Deku actually goes to where All For One is, and Moana, she goes where the villains at the bar is. So they get there, and the heroes that died in canon don't actually die because Deku saves them. All For One tries to take Deku quirk, but he finds out he can't. After fighting with Deku for a while, All Might then initiates his battle. He rushes in. He sees all the villains are there. Muscular does try to attack All Might, but he gets punched and knocked out. And then All For One teleports everyone else away, so Muscular, he gets left behind. Because All For One couldn't sense Muscular, and most important, he don't really care for Muscular. He think that Muscular is rubbish, he trash, and he been waiting to get rid of him. So Muscular, basically get captured. He runs to Tartarus, so he can't escape, and he can't use his quirk. And now Deku is still fighting All For One, but he isn't using his full power. All Might then gets there. He starts fighting All For One, and then something strange happens. The ground splits beneath All For One, All Might, Deku, and the rest of the heroes. As the rest of the heroes get out the way, they start backing off. And then everyone can see this bright glow is shining. Now, if y'all don't know what I mean by it's shining, y'all should buckle up because it's the last y'all ever see of Tamatoa, the Great Crab King. So Tamatoa steps out and he says, Maui, it's time to kick your hiney. If you ever see someone so shiny, y'all should suck it up because it's the last y'all ever see. C'est la vie, me not me. As he starts singing, it's fighting Maui. All For One and All Might stop fighting. They just looking at this giant crab that came out of nowhere and started fighting, Maui. And the other heroes also, and the news reporters and the helicopters wondering who this giant crab person is and who this other person is that are fighting that villain. Deku then, fights Tamatoa. Then he pushes Tamatoa down the hole, and he goes down the hole too. And he tells All Might to finish this fight. So let's just focus on All Might real quick. All Might is fighting, All For One. All Might is doing his best to hold out. Him and Gran Torino, they're fighting. All For One, they double teaming. All Might, announcing his smashes. Texas smash, Oklahoma smash. Doing all that. I don't know all the smash names because I don't pay attention. And I have to rewatch the anime because I forgot everything. And I probably need to rewatch, I need to watch the new seasons. To be honest, I stopped at the forest arc. I ain't watched nothing after the forest arc. Because that's when I stopped watching anime for a period of time. And I started watching more YouTube. Yeah. And I wanted to share this to everyone else. But my first ever what if was actually what if Deku was trained by Stain. That's when I first figured out what ifs was. When Deku was trained by Stain. I forgot which YouTuber did it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But it was a good what if. So then All Might loses his power temporarily, and Gran Torino, fights with All For One for the time being. All For One then, not paying attention, runs straight at All Might, who is charging up the last bit of his embers of fire of One For All into his one fist as he slams it into All For One. As he says, United States of Smash! As it connects to All For One's head, throwing his head dead to the ground, fracturing his skull, breaking pieces off into his brain, paralyzing him, and also, messing up his body a little bit from, that happening. Even if you do have a healing quirk, it wouldn't really help from that blow. And All For One is, rendered unconscious. Now, with Maui and Tamatoa, or Deku and Tamatoa, they still fighting. Tamatoa is, singing while he fighting, Maui. They going back and forth, and everyone can feel the shockwaves of them fighting. Maui thinks it's time to end this once and for all, as he, powers up his hook as it starts to glow. I think it's purple that it glows. Yeah, it starts to glow purple as he, uses it and defeats Tamatoa, officially killing the Crab King, Tamatoa. And he left his body there as it, just stayed there. Now, he flies out in his falcon form, and then he turns back into a human. He then sees All Might, just standing there with his arm up as he's buffed up. His last show of power, as everyone's cheering on the main camera. And, after that, All Might passes out. Deku comes and catches him and walks him back to, Then they go to the hospital, put All Might in there, and then he get healed. Now, that's all done and said. All done and said, all said and done. Now, everyone does the final exams. Well, to get their license exam. They go there, Yuzuki shakes, fake Deku's hand. And, no one knows that they're, planning to do Class 1A, because they're not, some people, even though they're smart, they're not that smart. Can't even notice that. Y'all never thought of the possibility that anyone else ever did a sports festival, but y'all never watched it to check out anybody else's work. But everyone, watched y'all sports festival and figured out your quirks. So, I'm getting tired of talking. They take the exam, everyone does, Crush 1A, but it doesn't really go like it, planned. 1A figures out a little bit late, but they still, figure out. And, some of them getting hit once or twice, but they're not getting taken out because they gotta get hit a third time. So they take out the ones that's, easiest to take out first, and then they go for the ones that's harder. So, Class 1A, they pass. Well, most of them pass alive. Not getting tagged all the way through. And the way they do this, they move in a lot, and they using each other. They relying on each other to, pass. Working like a real class. Miss Joke is making jokes about this. As Howard doesn't really like Miss Joke. So, next part is saving. So everyone's saving people like a cannon. Except Bakugo, he's nicer than the cannon. And Todoroki, he still fights with Yashi, and Yashi still fight with him because of that, thing that he did. So, that happens, and that's it, basically. They get back to school, and Mirio wants to fight everyone in Class 1A. So he does that, and he takes everyone down. Now, no one actually goes to Sonata's agency, and they go to different agencies. Suzuki still goes to Endeavors to learn more about fire. Todoroki's also there. Now, to save Eri, they still calling all the heroes that they did in Canyon, and they calling Deku too, because right now Deku is the number one hero. Well, he isn't really called the number one hero, but he is stronger than All Might, which All Might admitted that he was stronger than him. And Deku is technically the number one hero, passing Endeavor, which did make Endeavor mad because of this. So Endeavor is still number 2, but he is angry. So he's trying to defeat Deku, but every time he tries, he always loses. He sees that Deku's skin is impervious to fire attacks, and All Might was lying when he said he was stronger than him. Okay. Ugh. So, they come up with the plan to save Eri. Have to figure out who Shizaki was. So they enact that plan. So they go through there. And they're attacking people, stopping them. Night still gets stabbed with his stomach. Mirio goes down there to save Eri, but he gets shot and he loses his quirk. But he still has one fall. So he fights for Shizaki using Eri, and Deku was watching him. And they take down, Shizaki, Eri, and Mirio. Mirio then takes Eri to the hospital after everyone else gets captured. And she is put to heal. Shizaki gets captured, by the police, and he's getting taken to prison. On his way, Shigaraki teleports into his, his car, the van that he was in, and he takes away his arms, making it so he can't use his quirk anymore. So that's over with. UA still has their final sports festival, and this is why I'm leaving this off. Thank you for watching, and there's no need to pray. The next video will come out sometime soon today. See you all later. And I know some of you guys are upset about me stopping betrayed, abandoned, cheated on, what else, but that's just me. I wanted to, so I'm doing it. So goodbye.